Oh my gosh, you guys, I am so sorry for that. Well, hopefully you guys find me back in here again. I will give you guys a couple of minutes to try to come back in and find me. It looks like my internet decided to kick me off, which is crazy because over at my mom's house, she has a lot better internet over here, and I don't know. I don't know what happened. So let me see. I'm gonna have to. Hello, Melanie. So hopefully all of you guys are able to find me back in here. Hello, Becky. Sorry about that. Hello, Sheila. Yeah, it looks like the internet kicked me off for a second. We have a lot of, even though it's very, very warm, we do have a lot of overcast going on right now. So that could possibly be part of the problem. I don't know. Thank you for saying happy birthday to Miss Katie Cat. So let me see if I can find myself back on here now. I do see a lot of you guys popping back in. Thank you, Sheila, for sharing again. Oh, I know, ridiculous, huh? Okay, there we go. Looks like I am able to find myself, and it looks like Peggy's back in here. And my mom has popped back in. Becky, Sheila, you guys are all finding me again back in here. I truly apologize for that. Veronica, you found me again. Good job. I know it's kind of difficult when internet glitches like that happen and you're in the middle of something and you're talking, then all of a sudden it tells me you have been, whatever it says. I don't know. It had just simply told me that I was no longer live, so I had to quickly get back on here so you guys could try to find me again. Yes, Linda, she is doing so much better, and every day is just going to get a little bit better and better. She was just explaining to me when I just came over here that she didn't sleep very well last night. There's one little spot on the side of the inside of her knee that she was saying is kind of causing her some more pain than the rest of it. But then, like she had said, that, he did go in there and move a lot of stuff around. He had a lot of cleanup to do. And I'm sure there's tendons and everything that are now having to kind of replace themselves where things need to be. And, Melanie, way. Oh my goodness. See, my internet just did it again. I don't know, unless my phone switched me back to my internet, which it could. Oh no. Well, hopefully you didn't put, well, I don't know. I don't want to say much because I don't know much about that. I hope you didn't put too much gas. Are you guys still out of town and back east? Because I know I had read that you had said that you guys were on vacation last week. And if you guys drove on vacation in your diesel truck, you are absolutely correct though, Melanie. Yes, in comparison to people's health, 100%. I agree with you there. But that sucks. I will tell you that. Oh my goodness. That is such a fear of mine too, that I always make sure that when when I get gas, I always make sure that I don't pull into the diesel pumps, because I don't want to be that person that is sitting inside of a pump when there's only 2 or 3 diesel pumps and there's 50 of the regular gas. Here I am in a minivan. I don't need to be putting the or taking up the space in a diesel pump that I could be down one of the other 50 ones. So you guys who drive diesel vehicles are limited to the number of gas pumps that you have. So I'm always pretty cautious of that. But there are those rare occasions where the other ones are pretty full and I pull in over there. And I always feel like I'm the jerk that blocks somebody who has to get diesel gas. But Oh my gosh, girl. I hope it all turns out that it doesn't wind up messing your engine up, and that if you guys are back east still and you have to drive that vehicle home, oh my gosh, my heart goes out for you, girl. Oh no, Lois, I am so sorry that you're still sick, girl. I hope you start feeling better. Absolutely. You catch me when you can. I definitely, it will keep you in my thoughts and prayers. You have had a tough go at it with your health. So yes, you watch the replay whenever you can, my dear. And even if you can't, that's okay. I saw you in here. You came in and you made yourself present and said hello. So I'm happy with that. Frida is back in here. I see you, girl. Yes, I am sorry that my internet did that to us. So I'm going to go ahead and get you guys flipped around. Those of you who were in here earlier, you guys heard the whole spiel about my daughter's birthday. You heard about things that were going on. I'm not going to go through that all over again. So we're just going to get moving here. I'm going to get you guys flipped around. We're going to talk about the giveaways from last week's video and get on to today's Circle Sane class that I am doing for you guys today. Hello, Patty. Yes, I am doing the Circle Sanes weekly class for this week. So once you place an order with me of $35 or more through the 23rd, you will get a kit class mailed to you. So that's going to give you all the supplies that you need to create these 3 cards that I am making tonight. That will include all your card stock. It'll include your designer series paper. It will include any ribbon that I use. The only thing that it will not come with is the stamp set, the punch, and the any dies that I use in this, because I am using 1 extra die in this one. And the ink will not come with it. It is pretty much the cardstock, designer series paper, ribbon. Everything else you're going to either have on hand, and you can use any products that you already have. So just wanting to let you know that. Also, absolutely, like Veronica said, on the 21st, we have free shipping. So this would be an extra perk that once you place an order on the 21st, we have free shipping on all orders over $75. So not only are you going to get your free shipping, but you will also get this kit card when you shop with me. Just make sure that you use my monthly host code that is on my desk when I flip you guys around. I will make sure that you guys can see that, so you can screenshot it, or you can always go over to my blog. It's the first thing on the right hand side column. You can see that up there. It's also in every one of my blog posts. So in order to get this kit, though, you do have to use my host code. So hold on, let me get you guys flipped around so you guys can see a little bit more about what I'm talking about, and it'll be a more visual for you. So hold tight. I know I had people tell me that last week it seemed like my camera was awfully far away. So tonight I am going to try to bring you guys in a little bit closer. Now, that being said, I might have to adjust some things here, because if I bring you in closer, it's going to be more difficult to make sure I get everything in the screen, especially as I'm making these cards for you guys. I do want to make sure that you guys can see what I'm doing. Now, just know that when you earn this kit class, it does come with the PDF. So you will have a step-by-step. You can watch this video again and be able to see it that way, or you can always read the step-by-step tutorial that I give you as well. Okay, so welcome. You guys are at my online every Monday. I do this for you guys. This is a free stamping class that I bring to you guys to show you guys our wonderful product. Thank you, Linda, for sharing. Mystery stamping. We have mystery stamping coming up this Wednesday. I put out the supply list last Wednesday for you guys. Yes, the free shipping is on June 21st, Sheila. Mystery stamping, I put out the supply list last Wednesday. So that means this Wednesday we will be doing the mystery stamping where we put it together. It is a Facebook Live. We will be putting the card together, and then you guys have an opportunity to win a great little gift from me when you complete the card layout that I show you guys. Now, anybody can participate in this. You can use any products. You don't have to use Stampin' Up! Products. I just want us to all get together and make a card together using a layout that is simple and that you guys can craft with me. So go over to my blog, stampinthepinkbarn.com. And you can look under mystery stamping and you will see June's mystery stamping there. And you can get your supplies ready and then meet me here on Wednesday, that would be the 21st at 6 p.m. Pacific time to make a mystery stamping card. I have my countryside in now. Now the kit class, the registration is over, but I now have it where you guys can get the PDF for these 4 cards over on my blog. So this way you can use that PDF to create these cards yourself. If you have this beautiful countryside in suite collection, my cards are using the stamp set, the dies, and the Countryside Blossoms embossing folder. I couldn't remember what it was called. So this would be a great time to grab that PDF only now, since the kit class is already closed for that. So you can go over to my blog, read down, and it'll say to email me. There's a click here button, and then it will let you send me an email. I only require that you send me your name and your email address that is connected to your PayPal account so I can bill you an invoice for this. And then it comes straight to your email, the PDF will. Okay. Our current paper pumpkin. Hello, Miss Patty. Hello, Anna. The Fun in the Sun paper pumpkin. This runs from June 11th through July 10th. So this is the current paper pumpkin that is able to scribe to. It says, get tanning and crafting in the sun this summer. Say hello to summer and get crafting under the sun with this month's kit. The Fun in the Sun paper pumpkin kit includes fun beach designs along with positive words of kindness. You'll want to use and share with those you love all summer long. Take your cards to the next level with fun summertime theme and accordion folds in this kit. And send friends and loved ones uplifting cards to support and encourage, say hello, and more. So it's kind of cool. This kit is actually going to come with some fun fold card bases in it. They're going to be the accordion fold. So if you're new to fun folds, this will be a really awesome kit for you. It's going to have enough supplies to create 9 cards, 3 each of 3 designs, and 9 coordinating envelopes. Don't forget that the last day of the month, I always do a paper pumpkin alternatives. So the last Thursday of this month, not the last day of the month, but the last Thursday of the month, which will be on June 29th, I will be doing the kit for June, which will be the, what was it? The Countryside Welcome In. That's what it was called. The Welcome In kit. I will be featuring that this month, since that is the kit for June. So this one is no longer available. So the end of the month is the kit that is coming to you in the mail. That is the one that I do the alternatives for. So the alternatives for this kit, I will do at the last Thursday of July, okay? We have our paper sale going on right now during the month of June. So you can make yourself a list, a little shopping list, and add all your papers to it. And you can add these when you're going to be making that shopping list when you shop with me on June 21st to get your free shipping. And with that free shipping, you're also going to get the class kit that we are doing tonight. So this is a select of designer series papers. These are 15% off through the month of June. So be sure to look at that. You can pull this PDF off of my blog post. If you go to promotions, scroll down, go to designer series paper sale, and you can print that off so you can see the reflected prices. Also, right now for the month of June, we have a starter kit plus. This is where you get to add $155 of your choice to your starter kit and still pay that really, really low price of $99. That also includes your shipping in there. You're going to get some catalogs. You're going to get a free paper pumpkin so you can see kind of what a paper pumpkin is all about. It's just a really, really fun kit to get yourself started with all of your items that you need. So sit down, make yourself a list, get as close to $155 as possible, but don't go over that. And then they're going to send you a starter kit. And that is a really wonderful way to give your family and friends some catalogs. Let them know what you're into, show them some of our products, and really have fun with this. Free shipping. This is what we've been talking about coming up on June 21st, all day long, one day only. This is going to be free shipping on orders of $75 or more. And so you can shop with me at www.shopdannygarola.com on that day and receive free shipping. Don't forget to use my host code. All orders over $75 will have free shipping. Woohoo! Okay, let me get these papers put away and out of the way. All right, so let's get to last week's winners. So we, last week's kit class was for the Friendship Royalty. Let me go grab some water really quick. My throat is really, really dry. We've had a lot of wind, so hold tight. Let me go grab a bottle of water. A bottle of water. Oh, much better. Whew. I was rattling that out all too fast and really started to get a dry throat there. And I don't want to have a coughing spell. So these were the cards that we made last week. So this was using the Friendship Royalty. Now, most of you know that Kelly Atchison is my team leader. Now, she's the one that designed this stamp set for her $1 million achievement. So of course I wanted to show you guys some cards using it because how fabulous is this? So I'm going to go ahead and give away 2 of these cards. Okay. So for liking last week's video, so what you have to do is go down there, hit that little thumbs up, throw me a little heart, and that will get you entered into one of the cards that I am going to make tonight. But for last week, those of you who hit that little thumbs up, threw me a little heart, this card right here for liking last week's video, this is going to Miss Melanie Foy. Well, and that makes perfect sense because I must have known, or actually the wheel of names, who when I draw your guys' name for these giveaways, must have known that you were having a pretty crappy day today because this is going to be coming your way, Miss Melanie. Okay, the next card that I am giving away for commenting on last week's video, this is this beautiful bubble bath with the berry burst. It's very, very cute. I, of course, made one of these for my daughter's birthday today. This is going to Miss Anna Rebadu for commenting last week. Okay, so there are two ways to get entered into the commenting one. Is leave me a comment, say hello, let me know where you're watching me from. The other way is to share this video. So hit that share button right there, share it to your news feed, and then come back in here and in the comment section, write the word shared. So I know that you've shared this video, and so I can add you to the giveaway. So for last week, those of you guys who shared, I put you guys in that wheel of names. I drew a winner. And so this is for the Expressions in Ink Ephemera Pack. This is going to Miss Patty Rutledge. So these are little laser cut dyed images. And so they've put them in here to protect them this way. But when you flip this over, when you open this package, Patty, you're going to see some beautiful gold. I don't want to ruin these because, but let me just kind of flip this back just a little bit, and you can see in there, they are gorgeous gold little leaves that you get. There's little framelits in here. There's just some really, really fun little pieces in here. You're also going to get a little package of the, these are like those iridescent sequences. Hello, Marcia. So Miss Patty, this is coming to you for sharing my video last week. Those of you who share this week, you are going to be entered in a drawing to win the Seashells embossing folder. Now, this is a 3D embossing folder. So if you would love to get your hands on one of these, or even if you need an extra one to give away to a family member or friend or whatever, go ahead and share this video for me right now on your news feed. And this will be entered in the giveaway for next week. Alrighty, so let me set that aside. All right, let's go ahead and get into tonight's cards. So let me see what we're going to do first here. I have my whole little thing set up here. Now with the sayings, the circle sayings, with this bundle, it is the Circle Sayings stamp set, along with the, if you do the bundled package, which is going to save you 10%, it has the 2 3/8 inch circle punch that goes along with this. And so you can punch out your little circled stamped images. You can add some of these flowers or the little seashells on there. So I'm going to show you a couple of cards using this. So let me get out all my goodies that I need here, blocks and colors and all the hoopla. So I think we're going to do this card first. So what I am going to do, this is the card that we're going to create right now. I think this card is just gorgeous. Loving that Lolly Lemon with the, what is that? That is the Lost Lagoon color that they brought back. So we're gonna go ahead and make this one right now. Let me get everything set up here so I can find everything. So for this card, as you can see, the little Lolly Lemon background piece that I have right here, I have come in with my Stylish Shapes to add that little border behind that punched image. So you'll see that when I get there. I'm also using the Bright and Beautiful Designer Series paper for this card. I love how the back side of these this Designer Series paper is almost like a, as you can see right here, it's kind of like an ombre effect to it. So it goes from a lighter to a darker. And so that's the piece that I'm going to use for today's card. So let me get that out. So as you can see, this is how your kit will come to you. It will come with your envelope. Each one of the cards will be tucked into the envelope for you, so you know that when you pull this out, reach down in there and grab the envelope flap to pull it out that way. So all your pieces for each card will be in its own envelope. Okay, so for this one, let's pull out the pieces that we need. Make sure I got everything out of there. All right, so the card base, this is crumb cake. You will find all the dimensions over on my blog, stampinthepinkbarn.com. We are gonna fold this card base in half and burnish it. I'm just gonna use my bone folder here, but there's a ton of things that you can use to burnish a card. If you don't have a bone folder, you can use one of your clear acrylic blocks. You can use your stamp pad. I mean, anything. You can use the lid of your Stampin' blends, just to give you some options there if you don't have a bone folder. Okay, so there's our base. Now, the next layer that I need is my Lost Lagoon. That's gonna go right on top of there. Then I have a piece of crumb cake here. Now we're gonna do a little bit of stamping on this. So let me grab my little piercing mat here. Because this stamp set is photopolymer, we're gonna make sure that we have a cushion underneath it so our images come out really nice and clear. I'm gonna tip you guys just a skosh to bring you guys a little bit closer to me so I'm not having to constantly feel like I'm grabbing so far away from the desk here. So I'm going to use the little seashells right here. Right here. Okay, so I'm just gonna mount that. I'm gonna grab my Versamark pad. And what I'm gonna do with this Versamark, with these little seashells here, is I'm gonna simply add this as a kind of a little border on the bottom of this card. And I'm just gonna add watching through that, just like that. Okay. Grab the next one, and let's add the little seashells right like that. Okay, now as that dries, I'm sure you guys are probably like, what the heck are you doing? Because you might not be able to see it all that well, but as that dries and as that sinks into that crumb cake paper, you're gonna see it a little bit better. Starting to, it's almost like it's a watermark ink. So it's kind of like it's a tone on tone because now it looks like that has gotten wet there. This is also the same ink that we use when we do our dry powder embossing. But we're just gonna let that dry and then it will lose the tackiness to it. But I just think that adds kind of a neat little element to the bottom of this card. So that is now going to get adhered to that. But while I'm letting that dry, I'm going to grab my little, this is a limited time machine right now. This is our little boho blue embossing machine. Now, I think she is so cute. I love the little blue look to her. So let me grab my die really quick here. So like I said, I'm using the Stylish Shapes. I'm using the circle die. I'm going to be using the second from largest to die cut a border or back layer to my my circle punch that I'm going to be putting on as my focal point. Now I know that's probably shaking you guys a little bit, but do it quickly. So there's that lemon lolly. So you will actually receive the already die cut piece in your card kit. So you don't have to worry about buying this set. I will include this already die cut for you in your kit to make sure that you have that handy in case you don't have anything like that. Okay, so we're going to add this over here to our card. Here's our other pieces. Now I need my little designer series paper. This is a part of that bright and beautiful. Ooh, nosy, nosy, nosy. And so I am just gonna decide whether or not I want that ombre going down. I did it the other way on the other card, and I think I like it better like that, but we'll look in just a minute. Then I have a little square here of the Lost Lagoon. And then I have a scrap of white. This is what we're gonna do our stamping on. But I need to go ahead and punch out my circle first. Ooh, sorry, that's glaring. Hopefully that wasn't glaring in your guys' face. Okay, I'm just going to punch that out. And so I can do my stamping on this. So I'm going to grab the little wave, the little ocean look here that has the wave and the sunset. And I'm gonna actually stamp that in Memento because we're gonna do some coloring on that with some of our Stampin' blends. Okay, get some good ink on there, and I'm just gonna bring that low towards the bottom-ish because we're gonna stamp some little words across the top up there. So just like that, beautiful. All right, let me grab my chamois because I'm gonna need to clean this one off. And then I'm gonna grab the little sentiment that says, thinking of you. Right here. Put the lid on that because we're done with that one. And I need the Lost Lagoon ink. Now, one of the nice things about these kits when I give these to you guys is you can use any circled kind of stamp set that you already have. You don't have to use exactly what I'm using. There's many other stamp sets that would go with this or any kind of image that would fit in the middle of a circle. So just know that you don't have to use exactly what I'm using for your kit. But it just kind of gives you an idea of how to use this really simple set that has these beautiful little circles with it and with a punch, because punches are a lot easier. Then you don't have to worry about having a embossing machine if you don't already have one. This is one of those sets that is really kind of easy, especially if you're a beginner stamper. Then you can have a punch on hand and punch a bunch of little circles out. Okay, so let's do some coloring on here. So I am bringing in my Lemon Lolly, my Lost Lagoon, and then I will be using, this is the Color Lifter, and you'll see why here in just a moment. So on here, I'm gonna take my dark Lemon Lolly, and I'm just gonna go over the little tick marks that Stampin' Up! Has added in this stamped image. Okay, and then I'm gonna take the dark and just kind of come in here on the inside of this sun, just to add a little bit of dimension and shadowing to this. Now I'm gonna take my light and I'm going to go in the inside of that sun, just like that. Okay, then I'm gonna take my light Lost Lagoon and my dark Lost Lagoon. Now I'm gonna come in here with the dark and go over those tick marks again of the water. Oh, I have to tell you, Miss Peggy, I'm pretty impressed that you are on here with me tonight. And you know why. So thank you for being on here. Okay, then I'm going to take the light and just kind of come in and go in some of those little white spots to kind of bring in this little oceany look. Okay. Anna Rebadoo, my mom is doing really good. I was actually saying earlier before my internet connection dropped me for the first time, is that she has her first appointment tomorrow to go see her PCP. She is actually doing quite well. The incision looks amazing. I will tell you guys that. But yeah, she's doing pretty well. Last night she had kind of a hard time sleeping, but she was trying to wean herself off of her pain medication because we're all kind of nutso around this place that we don't like taking medication. So she kind of was trying to wean herself off of it. And I think she tried to wean herself a little too early. And she has this one spot on the inside of her knee. Okay, so what I'm doing right now is I took the light Lost Lagoon and I did that crest of that ocean, of the ocean wave. Now what I'm doing is I'm taking my color lifter and I'm just going back over just this crest to kind of lighten that up just a little bit. I want it to still have that color of the ocean, but I also want to lift some of that. And that's what your color lifter does. It just kind of takes some of that color away. So as that dries, the lighter that's going to get. Sometimes I like to come in here and kind of do it just a little bit underneath here on the tops of this water to make it look like the sun is glistening on that. Just kind of lightly, and then it'll lighten, like I said, as it dries. So yeah, she is doing actually quite well. So yeah, hello, Kathleen. Well, I am glad to be here for you, Peggy. I wish I was closer to you so I could give you a big hug. Not that that would do much because God only knows, but I'm glad that I can at least take your mind off for just a little bit. Okay, so there is our little circle there. We're gonna actually put that right onto our, see how that's starting to lighten up and it looks more of like a crest, that that foam, you know, when a wave crashes over, it kind of has that white frothy look to it. That's kind of what I wanted to go for in that. So let me grab the glue and we're gonna put that right onto the Lolly Lemon, or Lemon Lolly. God, I can never get that straight. My brain is very, what's the word? Dyslexic. Now see, you could actually leave that white if you wanted to as well. That's a really neat look as well, but I just kind of like it still having a little bit of the color to it. Okay, so that is that. So let's go ahead and put this together. I do need I'm going to be adding some of the, if I can grab them out here, the Pearl Basic Jewels and some of the linen thread to this. So now that that is dry, we can actually start putting this card together. So I'm going to go ahead and layer my crumb cake piece that we did the Versa mark with those little seashells on the bottom. Okay, that's going to now go on top of here. Okay, this piece fits exactly, oh, I'm going to turn it around because I like the darker at the top, because then when I add this to the center and then this on there, I don't know, I think almost, yeah, I like the dark up. I don't know what it is. I think it's because this is the same color and it contrasts off the lighter better if we put the dark towards the top. Okay, this is going to get popped up with some dimensionals, and I have just a little bit left on this sheet here, so we're going to use them up. That DSP is from the Bright and Beautiful Designer Series paper. It's this one right here. If you see, oh, I already glued it on there. The back side of it has all those little lemon, what is that? The lemon lime twist little circles on the back of that. But yeah, this is one of those really neat card packs that has a lot of different choices to choose from in that. And so it is a 6x6. And see, so there's that paper right there. And the flip side of it has that little twirlies on there. This is probably one of my most favorite paper packs right now that are out. I've used this so much. That and the Countryside Inn. I really like the blues that are in that as well. And then, of course, had to use a little bit of the Let's Go Fishing because of Father's Day cards. Okay, we're gonna put this right on here like so. Watching both of my margins on the sides of that to get that straight. I'm gonna put some more dimensionals on the back of this little circle. So we've got a lot of dimension to this. That one's gone. Okay, this is going to get put right in the center of that, watching all four sides, just like that. Then I'm going to grab my ribbon here. I'm just going to twist this around like that. Well, hold on a second. I need to find where is, I forgot to grab mine, but I know my mom's is sitting right around here. There it is. I need to have this because I did a double bow on that. So I need to push this in just like that. And I think that is, yep, that's the size. So I'm gonna go around twice, just like that. And so you will get the ribbon like this in your card pack. Okay, tighten that up, and then grab my ribbon scissors. Okay, let's clean this up a little bit, give this about the same length. And then I need to grab a little glue dot here. This is one of those mini glue dots. I'm just gonna roll it up like a little taquito and then put that on the back of here like that. And then we're gonna place that right over here in the corner. Oh, so cute. That just adds so much to that. Now, wait until you see these beautiful little pearls here that we're gonna add. They really make this card pop. Okay, so I'm gonna grab one of the big ones here and a little one, do that. And then we're gonna grab a little one down here and we're gonna put that right like that. So shimmery and shiny. And so let's put it inside to this. So let me grab a white base. And I'm going to grab some of this paper here. Actually, let's see if I have a piece already thin here. Yep. And I'm gonna run it the opposite way. I know that is not the same way that my card's going, but I want to save that one piece just in case I need that to make another card. So I'm going to put this like this, cut this down, and then let's cut this off this side. And this is a 4-inch card base. Then this just kind of ties everything together. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to do that. I'm going to come back in with the seashells. I think I want to use those. And I'm going to grab the crumb cake ink. Because now that I see that, I want the crumb cake on the inside of here. And then I'll put my sentiment. Where did that go? I'm gonna do that same little effect that we did with the Versamark on the front of this card, but I'm gonna do it in crumb cake on the inside. Just because I think that'll tie that all together nicely. So just grab that, put that there, put this right here. Okay, that's what I wanted. And we have thinking of you on the front. So we could say, because you're awesome. We're thinking of you because we're awesome. We're thinking of you to say a happy or a warm hello. I think because you're awesome. I'm thinking of you because you are awesome. Yeah, that sounds good. Okay, now we're gonna stamp that in the Lost Lagoon. just like that. Okay, now that is going to go on the inside of this card. All right, and there we go. That is the inside of this. Oops, did you guys even see what I did down there? Or did I have it too far down? Did you guys miss me stamping all that? See, that's what I said. This thing, hold on. I gotta try to angle myself up. There we go. Maybe that worked. So there's the inside of that. Yes, it would work for a masculine card as well. Yep. So there is card number 1. Okay. So let's get to card number 2. Okay, so for this next one, I am using the new, well, all of our paper is new this year in this catalog. This is called the Inked Botanicals paper. But this has got some gorgeous colors in this paper. You've got Calypso Coral, you've got your Crushed Curry along with the Lost Lagoon. Just some gorgeous, gorgeous colors in there. Oh, good, you were able to see me stamp that. Okay, it just seemed like it was awfully low there. So yes, this paper is just beautiful. Then you've got the back sides that are, so the front is more of like a florally print. And then the back side of that paper is more of a textile look to it. So yeah, very, very beautiful paper. And again, this paper is one of those that is on the sale for this month. And that Bright and Beautiful that I just did on that last card is also on sale. So let's get this cleaned up here really quick before I try to get into anything. And okay, so that is the paper that we're going to be using. So let me grab out that card. We're going to actually be using on this card, we're going to be grabbing the Very Vanilla with this. Now, I don't use vanilla all that often, but with this, it just looks so rich on this. Okay, we're done with our linen threads. Let's put that away. And our little pearls. So with this one, this is the card that we're going to be making. So let me grab out the little embellishments that I need for that. And I need this is part of the, this is called the Basics embossing folders. Now these are in our online exclusives store. You're going to get 3 embossing folders when you purchase this. So when you go through there and look, you will see the 3. They're called the Basics 3D embossing folders. And because they're 3D, they make a really, really wonderful impression into your cardstock. So we're going to go ahead and make this card next. So with this one, you have our Calypso Coral, and we are going to fold this base in half. And again, burnish this down. Set that aside. Then I need my Very Vanilla piece. That's going to be my next layer on there. Now we're going to run that through the embossing folder. So I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. So let me open this up. I'm going to just place that in there. Now I'm going to do that off camera because of my camera being so low. It will wind up smacking that and jiggling you guys all around. So make sure, because this is a 3D embossing folder, that you are using your number 4 plate on that, which is the specialty plate for your 3D embossing folders. Now, I will tell you that if you place that $35 order with me and you get this kit class with me, I will already have this embossed for you, just so you know that. Okay, so that is what that looks like. Isn't that cool? It just adds some really cool texture to that. So that is going to be the second layer on there. Then our next layer that we need, we're going to need 2 pieces of our Lost Lagoon. Just like that. Like I said, the measurements will be all over on my blog. This is that, what did I call that? That is your Inked Botanicals Designer Series paper. That is going to be layered right on there. And then I brought in that gorgeous piece that has that Calypso coral on there. So when we get this all together, these colors all tie together. So we're also going to need a scrap of that Calypso coral. Now for this scrap, I only need this to be able to cut out a circle like that. So it's just barely big enough to cut that out. Utilize it all. And then this one here is that Very Vanilla. Again, needing that. So you'll get a couple of those, or I'll actually cut the circles out for you when you get those, just in case you don't have the punch. So we're gonna layer that. This we're gonna cut and put on the back of this for another little layer. So let's go ahead and stamp on our circle here. Okay, so for this one, I need the little flowers. So let me grab that out of there. And I need my Calypso coral. And so for this, I'm going to stamp this towards the top. Now I'm going to stand up so I can see what I'm doing here, so I don't go off of my circle. Okay, and then I'm going to flip it around and do that again on the top half. So this kind of just fits very nicely together. Just like that. Let that soak in a minute. Beautiful. Okay, and then I'm gonna grab this sentiment, thank you. Where is it? There it is. Okay, and then the Lost Lagoon. So see how that fits so nicely in there? And then we're gonna take this thank you sentiment. We're gonna stamp that right in the center of that. Just like that. So we grab both of those colors out of there. Okay, and then now we're done with our stamping, at least on the outside. We'll have to do something on the inside of this card in just a minute here. So let's start adding this all together. Make sure my card opens the right way before I start gluing things on there, because God only knows I've done that. Hold on a second, you guys. Oh, all right. It sounded like my mom fell out there. Scared the heck out of me. I guess she dropped the fork. Yeah, we don't need her to fall out there. That would not be good. I even told her, I said, Mom, you don't have to leave the room when I do this. You can still stay in your bed. She's like, no, I need to get up, because The doctor did tell her she needs to get up and exercise every day, but she has to use a walker when she gets up and moves around. So she gets up and just does a few little things here and there. I told her, I go, you don't have to leave your bedroom for me to make this video. You can lay there and chill. But she goes, but I like to watch you on my iPad and the sound would interfere because you would hear yourself. And I go, okay, maybe you're right. So she has been out there in her little recliner with her legs up, and I gave her an ice pack right before I started, but she must be wanting to eat. I think my son and my husband made her food. We've been trying to make sure that we cook for her and my dad and try to bring them meals over, especially since it's not like she can get up and make him much to eat, but he can manage himself. I mean, he always makes himself some food or whatever, but with her not being able to do much, we've just been kind of trying to help him out. Okay, so with this Calypso Coral Circle, I'm just cutting it in half. Now, I didn't do it like I didn't measure it and cut it or anything. I just cut it by hand. This piece here is gonna go, let's stay up there. This little piece is gonna go right here. This is a neat little layout that can be done with so many different papers. Just like that. This one is gonna then go like that. Right here, watching top and bottom. Hold that a few seconds so that it adheres to that textured embossed paper that we just did, because it takes a few for that to kind of adhere to something that only has a couple little high points to it. So there's that. So what I'm going to do with this now is I'm going to take it, put a little bit of glue on the inside here. I'm going to take this and just place it where it just hides the cut points, like that. And then now do the same thing over here. Just to where it hides those cut points. Okay. And see, it's not straight in the back, but nobody's gonna know because they're gonna be looking how gorgeous the front of the card looks. We're gonna pop this up a bit, give some dimension to it. Okay, and that is gonna go right here in the center. Just like that. Okay, then we're going to add some of these iridescent pastel gems. Now there is that Calypso Coral, but I'm gonna go with this center color here. And we're gonna do this right down here, and then we're gonna grab the little one, put it right there. And we're gonna grab one more little one, and I'm gonna put this right there. Actually, yep, that's gonna work. I'd already adhered it down. I was gonna try to put it over here, but it works good right there. And those colors all just blend nicely together, and it gives it quite a bit of a pop when you see those gems on there. But see how nicely all those colors tie together? I just love that. Okay, let's put an inside to this card. So I'm gonna grab out my inside layer using the Very Vanilla so everything goes together. Now you guys can see I did the white on this card, but I decided to keep it the Very Vanilla. Now, I will have you know, that in this paper right here, there are little kind of marks of white. So I thought the white looked okay with it. But then as I look at this, the white looks awfully stark with that vanilla. So that's why I changed it to this card using vanilla all the way through it. Just so you guys were like, wait a minute, that other one looked a little bit different. Well, that's why, because I changed the white on that. Okay, let's do the inside. So let me grab some more of this paper. I put my paper back. And I think on the inside, we're going to grab this here. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe I already have a little strip cut right here waiting for me. Woohoo! Oh, no, not quite long enough. Wishful thinking. So we're gonna cut this down. I'm gonna do a 3/4 inch strip. And I wanna see some of this darker Lost Lagoon in here. So I'm gonna spin this and I'm gonna cut that part at the 4 because I want that to be seen on the inside of that. There's that crushed curry on the back side of that. Isn't that pretty? Okay, that is now gonna go on the inside of this. Now we could add probably a sentiment in there. Thank you, warm hello. But on this one, I think I'm gonna leave it alone because we could be saying thank you for so many things that if this is one of the cards that goes in the giveaway, you can put your own sentiment in the inside. I should have done that on that first card. I should have left the sentiment out because I like to let you guys be able to put your own sentiment in when you're sending it out, or write your own whatever's in the inside. So there is card number 2. Yeah, right? Don't those colors just go together so well? Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so that's card number 2. You're not usually drawn to the subtle colors, but the paper is pretty, right? I know, me neither. I'm not really a florally person either. Flowers are not my jam, but on this card, it just worked, so I went with it. And I thought I would like to use some of these different papers to show to you guys. So what did I do with my first card? Oh, there it is. Geez, sitting right in front of my face. Sometimes I tell you, I feel like I'm losing my marbles. Okay, so let's put some of this away so I can actually see what I'm doing here. All right, so our last card, I love this one. Very, very beautiful. Oh, just put some of my stuff away. Okay, so with this one, we are going to be actually using, where did I just put them? Right here. We're going to be using the Rhinestone Basic Jewels on this one. And we're going to be using that Countryside Blossoms. And I'm going to be using, now maybe you guys do and maybe you don't. This is that white core paper. Now there is a berry burst behind this blue here. This, you're going to get 12 by 12 sheets. Let me try to get the berry burst out so you can see it. Move it over. Okay. So this is going to come in these gorgeous, these 5 different gorgeous colors here. This is called the white core paper. Now, or it's called white center specialty paper. Now that comes in Azure Afternoon, Berry Burst. So there's your Azure. There's your Berry Burst. It comes in Bubble Bath. And I believe that is that lemon lime twist, and that Night of Navy. We're gonna be actually using some Night of Navy for this one. But I'm gonna show you what is the deal with white center. Why is that a thing? So we're going to make this card right here, and I'm gonna show you that white center paper. Very, very pretty, right? Okay, so let's get down to it. Now this card is a little bit messy, but that's okay. So my base is the thick basic white, and I have already scored it, so I make sure I have a very, very nice crisp edge there. Okay, burnish that down, just like that. Set that aside. My next piece is the Balmy Blue. That's gonna go right on my base like that. Then my next layer is that white center. This is that Night of Navy. So I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna go run it through my Countryside Blossoms. Now, remember, this is not a 3D folder, so you're gonna need your 2 clear plates to run this through. Okay, so for this one, you're going to need just an emery board, a fingernail file. Now, don't use one of those glass fingernail files because that's not going to work. You need a real, like, sandpaper grit. I mean, you can even use sandpaper at that, but you need a grit emery board, fingernail file, whatever you want to call it. So I'm going to be using this one, and I have now embossed this. Now this is where you really get to see. My list for the free shipping day is getting pretty long. Right? I know, Nancy. It's not hard to do, trust me. So you're just gonna take your emery board, and I hold the back end of the emery board because I don't wanna apply a lot of pressure, but I want to apply enough pressure where I get some of that colored paper coming off of there so I can see that white center. Now you can go as little or, you know, a lot, just depending on how much of that white core you want to see. Now, when I used to do more scrapbooking, Basil had white core paper that we kind of learned this technique to be able to see the center of that. Now you just kind of turn it around. Like I said, be easy so you don't rip your paper all apart. Now, when you get your kits, you're going to get this already pre-embossed, but you're going to do your own emery board on it to give yourself the look that you want to it. And I know this is kind of an annoying sound. It's kind of like nails on a chalkboard. Maybe not quite that bad, but hopefully I'm not annoying you too bad with this noise. But I really want you guys to see what white core or white center paper is and see what you can do with it and what the hype is. Because some people don't know, and they're like, well, why do I care that the center is white? Well, because of this right here. I'm gonna flip this around. Yes, the black, I used to have some of that too, that had the different cores, colors in them. That was that Basil paper, actually, that had the different colors in the inside. And this is what you do with it to see that inside. Okay, just give that a couple more scratches there. Call that good. And now, like I said, this this makes a mess, but it's a good mess because it's a pretty mess. See how you get all that little fluff? It's kind of like a fuzz. This is when you're going to want some of those baby wipes handy because it leaves quite a mess around. And see, and you'll find fuzz on everything. It's okay. Okay. Okay, so now what I'm going to do with this is I'm just going to glue this onto my balmy blue. So see, that's what it looked like prior, and then that's what it looks like. So it almost looks like an antiqued, distressed look to that paper. I just love it. And like I said, I am really in love with the whole blue and white look right now. Especially seeing that Countryside Inn paper. It just has really, you know, kind of turned me on to these colors. Okay, there's that. Now that is going to go right on top of that white card base. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and glue that right down. Okay, like that. Push that down. Okay, there is that part. Now let's get to our stamping part. So I have a scrap piece of white that I'm just gonna go ahead and cut with this 2 3/8 inch punch that comes as a bundle with this stamp set. And I'm going to grab the Night of Navy and my Balmy Blue ink for this one. And so I'm going to also grab those flowers again that I had. Now I'm going to do something kind of a little bit different here. I'm going to take my Night of Navy blends and my, this is my Balmy Blue. And I'm going to take those flowers. And where did my piercing mat go? And I'm going to stamp the Balmy Blue with those flowers towards the bottom of the card, or the bottom of the circle. Like that. Okay. And then I'm going to take the Sending You A right here. And that's going to be in Night of Navy. But because Night of Navy is such a dark color and I want a crisp look, I have learned that with my early espresso and my Night of Navy, Mary Merlot, which Mary Merlot is not in color anymore, I like to dip it into my Versamark, any of my dark ink colors. So like Blackberry Bliss, Early Espresso, the Mossy Meadow, that Versamark, when I go to stamp it inside of my dark ink pad, it just seems to hold that color so much better when I go to stamp that now. I get such a better, darker, crisper look to that stamped image. So now I'm going to stamp that right on the top here. and I'm gonna hold it and let that ink really marinate into that white cardstock. Just like that. So it comes out very beautiful, very crisp, just like I want it. And then I need the Smile stamp set, or stamp here, because we're gonna put that in there too. Oops, come on, and cooperate here. Now you can do it with your words as well, but this is such a fine little word that it works okay on its own. So I'm gonna put Smile right in the center there. Okay, clean that off. Because it's such a dark color, I will wind up sticking my hands in it because that's just how I roll. Okay, so now what I'm going to do with my dark Night of Navy, in the flowers here, there's like little stamens in the inside. Now they're white. So I'm going to add a little bit of color to these stamens just by taking my Night of Navy blends and just following that little white mark. Just to add a little bit of color to these flowers. I like that Night of Navy look on top of that balmy blue. I think it really just adds such a pop to those flowers. I mean, they're pretty on their own, but then you add that and it just kind of really makes them stand out. Okay, just like that. And those are our flowers. Now, to the back of this, I'm gonna take my Stampin' Seal and my, where did I put it? I have some elegant trim sitting around here somewhere. I know I grabbed it. Now where did I put it? Okay, I need those. Where is my elegant trim? Okay, pause please, because I have to find what I did with my elegant trim. Because this card would not be complete without that. So I have to find it. And maybe I left it in my little bag before I came over here. Okay, so I'm gonna have to, because I don't see it sitting here, but I could have swore I grabbed it, but. Oh, there it is. See, I knew I grabbed it. It was hiding inside of my little envelope over here. Okay, so what I wanna do with this is, see, I'm using up my little last bits of this stuff because I have a whole brand new package, but I'm not ready to break it out yet. Okay, so that's gone. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my seal and just run a couple little tracks across this, and I'm going to take this and hold it and almost make like a fake bow in my hands, pulling that like that. I want my little ends to stick out, so that means I want that side to stick out also. So then when I have that, then I can see, okay, here's my little circle. So I want this on the back like that. So I'm just gonna place it right over that glue, that seal that I just put down. Now this is where I can manipulate. So if I see that one side is a little bit longer than the other, I can pick this up and I can now just move it where I want it. Okay. just like that. I like it like that. That looks about even. And then taking my glue dots, my dimensionals, like that. And then giving that another little press to make sure that's really down into that adhesive. Now I'm going to take this and just set it right on the front of my card, watching my little ends there, just like that. And that really just adds a whole little elegant pop when you put that that elegant trim behind there. Hopefully you guys can see the shimmer of that. It really just does a whole lot. All right, and then we're going to take our rhinestones here, and we're gonna add some rhinestones to this. I'm gonna take one of these small ones, and I'm gonna add it to the little dot above my smile. And then we're gonna take a big one and put it right up here. And then a medium we'll take and put right there, just like that. So, oops, you know what? I want this over just a little bit. That seems like it's sitting right on top of that. We're gonna put it inside that flower. There we go, that works. Okay, so there is our last card, and I hope that kind of showed you what you need to, think about when you're playing with white center paper, so you can really kind of make a whole lot of that. Let's figure out what we're going to do in the inside of this. You know what? I think I'm just going to leave it alone, to be honest with you. Because I was thinking I could do some flowers along there, but it's not going to work out well because they're going to be upside down. So we're going to just leave it alone and just leave it blank in the inside because it is so beautiful on the outside. We don't want to mess with it too much and take the inside away from that. So there is card number 3. So let me bring all of these cards back in so you can see what we've got going on here. And let me grab the last one. Okay. Get all my mess cleaned up here, all my little bits. You guys know how these little dimensional backings get stuck to everything, including my butt. So there are our cards for today, this week's kit class. So I hope you guys enjoyed these, and I hope it gave you, quite a bit of a difference to see this set being used. And maybe if you don't have this set, maybe you're now going, oh, thanks a lot, Danny. Thanks for now making me have to spend even more money. But remember that on the 21st, you're going to buy this set if you don't already have it, and you're going to get free shipping once you spend $75 or more. And you're going to get the cardstock from me when you use my host code in my store. And so you're getting so much more bang for your buck. So you can only justify having to now have this set and this punch, because why not? It's going to make some gorgeous cards for you. So, all right, you guys, thank you so much for coming in here and joining me tonight. And I will definitely be throwing up not throwing up, that sounded gross. I'm not throwing up. I will be putting up some pictures of the water park tomorrow when we take my daughter there to have some fun in the sun and the water to cool off a bit. So you guys take care of yourselves. Don't forget that I will see you guys on Wednesday evening, 6 p.m. here on Facebook for mystery stamping. You guys can see more about that. I put it in the description of this video. There's a direct link that will take you directly there. And share this video to be entered in the drawing for the gorgeous Seashells 3D embossing folder. Well, you are so welcome. And I do truly hope that it doesn't cause too much damage, because that can be a very costly fix. But you guys got this, and I will definitely keep you in my thoughts and prayers. And yeah, you guys have a wonderful night. Have a wonderful week. Please all be safe, and I will see you guys back Wednesday. If you can't make it with me live on Wednesday, the video will be up for you guys to catch the replay. Also, you will see me over on YouTube on Thursday at noon Pacific time. That will be a YouTube live. And I will definitely tell KK happy birthday from you, Jamie. I will do that. I was telling her earlier when I had put her little happy birthday wishes up. I read her each and every one. I could not believe how many of you guys wished her a happy birthday. She had the biggest smile on her face, hearing everybody wish her a happy birthday. All right, you guys, take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.